Morning, everybody. It's Saturday, January 4th, and I'm on my way to work here on the island. And I'm going to turn it around so you can see a little bit what a gorgeous sunrise. We have the most gorgeous sunrises and sunsets. But first, I'm Antoinette, 2 OG, Spoken and Stitching Island Style, coming to you from New Brunswick, Canada. Good morning to all my Yarny Yaya sisters and brothers. Alright, here we go. Turn around. So let's see. Okay, I got it turned around. And if you look at the sky up there, it's approximately 8:30 in the morning, so it's still a little dark here. And I'm heading down to the other side of the island because I have my first clients there. And I hope I don't make everybody seasick. I am trying to not go too fast. This is what this is called Coke Hill. Why? No idea. But this is the way you go to the ferry landing. And as you can see the colors in the sky, I mean, my camera probably doesn't do it justice. The pinks and the blues and the purples. It's just absolutely stunning. This video will have to probably be in several clips because in between clients I can video chat, but coming around here you'll see the sunrise. And you can see a little bit of snow and ice on the ground still. We're supposed to get a snowstorm tomorrow. They've already put my husband on standby for plowing. And there we go. And the island is 3 miles wide by 7 miles long. So basically it's like 21 square miles. And in that 21 square miles, the population year-round is approximately 850 to 900 people. It's a small island, a small community, and everybody pretty much knows everybody. And I've been here for almost 4.5 years. Alright, coming up here, I'm going to stop here for a second, and I'm going to kind of pan the camera here so you can see. So if I'm pulling down here, this is what's called the Big Meadow. Now, it's going to be, once I pull in here, you'll see that it's freezing over. They clear this and they play hockey here during the winter time. I hope you don't get stuck. I'm just going to pop the camera out of here and I'm going to pull this up here so you can see. That's the Big Meadow. It's a freshwater body of water on the island. And there's also the Little Meadow, which I showed in a previous video. But they clear it, the kids play hockey on it. Good, you can see I had to pause because I got a little stuck on the ice coming out of there. This here is called Pine Tree Corner, and pretty much you see because of all the pine trees. And I'm going to turn here, but if you look at this sign, you see where it says St. George, and there's a lighthouse down this way, and this is the way you go to the ferry. And I'm going close to the ferry landing, but not quite there. My first client's down by the ferry landing. And then this is kind of a shortcut to the ferry. If you go to the right, they're up through a little village called Richardson. The houses are a little closer together. And there's more houses. But yep, it's a cold morning. It's -1, and I don't know what the high today is supposed to be, but we'll see. So I'll just call this touring Deer Island. Yeah, when we get our first heavy snow, I'm definitely going to have to take some pictures. I do have a little bit of a video from New Year's of the snow we got on New Year's Eve. But we only got like, I don't know, 4 inches maybe. And but the ice was the worst thing. Last year we had an awful winter with the ice. I mean, I fell and broke my rib, punctured my lung, it collapsed. No fun. That's the worst pain I've ever felt. Never want to feel it again. So I walk on the ice now like some 90-year-old lady. I just tiptoe, and everybody tells me I need to get some ice grippers to put on my shoes, and I still haven't done it. But I just very extra careful when I'm doing. But this is one of the ways I go to work in the morning when I'm on the island. Sometimes we're doing a ferry chat. I have one client on the mainland that I do, and big village of city, whatever you want to call it, of Back Bay. And then you have Latang, and then you go into St. George, which is the big city, but it's not a very big city. This is Lord's Cove that we're coming to, and to the right here is where, if you stay to your right there at Pine Tree Corner, you would come down this hill to the right. Here comes the traffic this way. It's a big traffic jam. We laugh. Our big traffic jams here in the summertime when we get the tourists here and the ferries running, and the big traffic jam is the loading and unloading of the ferry. A whopping maybe 16 cars. There's your traffic jam. This here we're coming around the corner to is our senior center. It's where our older people live and on fixed incomes. And it used to be the school, but now it's the senior center. And they do have some apartments in there that are, you know, regular people can rent, but they pay full price, and it kind of helps our seniors out. The population on the island is aging, and we do have an older. Well, there's a car from the other night that was in an accident. The ice that we got. So, anyways, I will be back on after I'm done with my next client. Talk to you then. Okay, this here is a picture of the Bay of Fundy. I'm going to drive down here by the ferry before I go to my next client and give you a view of what, when you're driving down, this is what you see. This is the Bay of Fundy. And right there is where the ferry comes in. In fact, the ferries, you can't see it here, but the ferries just left. So I thought you might want to see, but it's you can see it's kind of overcast and that, but we're expecting a snowstorm, and there's my seatbelt buzzer, so please disregard that. When I'm riding around the island, I don't bother putting my seatbelt on. And there's the wharf and our little gazebo. And then you come around here, and I will tell you, this right here, we will be getting our granite statue this year. And we are so excited because we are actually on what's called the sculpture tour. So we're really gonna, I'll have to talk more about that in another video and show you some pictures. Now this little place right here that we're coming up on, this greenhouse, okay, you see there? And you see this little shop here, that's the spirit of the island. The lady that made those buttons, that is her studio and her gift shop, Michelle Perlot. And right here on the end, her husband built her a new studio. Oh my God, it is absolutely gorgeous. What a wonderful place to work in. And again, I am going to do an interview with her, but right, the holidays, everybody's away for the holidays. So she will, and like I said before, she's not going to get on camera, but she will talk and will let me, you know, show you around her gift shop and show you the paintings and all the stuff that she customizes with her phenomenal art skills. So, all right, more later. Well, I'm on my way to my last client, and as you can see, it has gotten grayer outside. We are expecting snow tomorrow, but we just don't know how much. I'm going to take you up to this little town village called Richardson, and it's way up this hill here, and there's some nice old houses up here. Excuse me. And then there's a big, used to be a factory, and then they turned it into a house. It sits out in the water, and I'll have to take it down here. It's been for sale forever. I think like $400,000 or $500,000. Property on the island doesn't bring that kind of money. This is Deer Island, just little fishing villages. Coming down the hill here into Richardson, and come around the corner here. And the house is down here. It's actually a very interesting house. It's got an elevator in it and a little museum in it. And it used to sell everything, all kind of sewing notions and stuff, but it was a factory. And there you can see one of our lobster boats, right there. They're finishing up their fall season. And they'll be done until April. And then they fish twice a year. They fish the spring season, which is April. And then they also fish from November to just right after New Year's. And this year they've been getting a pretty good price for their lobster, so they had a good season. I'm very happy for them. Now, if you look out, we stop here, and I will kind of get my phone. If I can, oh, right there, you can see out there, that's one of the other little coves or wharfs, if you want to call it. It's Richardson Wharf. They ripped down the old wharf. It just fell. It was just falling in on itself. And it's hard to see, but way out there, there's what's called a weir, and that's where they trap herring, and they sell the herring, and they use it for bait. And you can hear my seatbelt thing going. Okay, right here. If you look at this house here, I'll see if I can get down a little closer, and I'll try zooming it in for you. And you can see how it sits right in the water. Let me see if I can zoom it in. There we go. There you go. It has been flooded twice. And we'll continue through Richardson, and this will bring me out down by Pine Tree Corner by the big meadow, which I told you about. As you can see, we got a lot of pine trees. This whole island at one time was farmland, and we didn't have all these trees at one time. I mean, it was just farms, and we have never had paved roads here. They've only ever been chip sealed. So that's the most we've ever gotten here. All right, let's see. Here we go. Well, I don't think you want to see my dash. But, I mean, if this might interest you, just to see, you know, our little island, and just take you for a ride while I'm going on my work day. And it's Saturday, and I had a couple extra clients today that because of the storm on New Year's I couldn't get to, so I said I would gladly come and see them today. And I just left one of my favorite clients, Josephine. She is 100 years old, still driving, and she is helping me with my knitting, my socks. She's been knitting for 92 years. She's just a little itty-bitty thing, and just as full of energy and smart as a whip, and right on top of everything. Still drives, lives by herself. I mean, she's quite a lady. She's quite an inspiration to me, and I just love her to pieces. She's one of my favorites. I'm not supposed to have favorites, but I can't help it. She's one of my favorites. And here we come back down Pine Tree Corner, because of all the pine trees, and there's the big meadow out there. That's that fresh body of water I tried to show you. And as you come down here, you're going to see a kayak standing up. And the road to the left takes you down to Seascape Kayaks. And he has kayaking tours here around the island, and then he takes them all the way up to Newfoundland, Nova Scotia. I mean, he does real well, and he has a lot of fun. Here it is, the yellow kayak sticking up. It's called Seascape Kayaks. And we have a lot of people that come here to do kayaking. And one of the other big attractions we have here is the Bay of Fundy, right around our island now. We have what's called the Shelf. And we have some of the best scuba diving in the world here. We also have some of the worst tides in the world here. So you have to, you know what you're doing. I know in an earlier video, this, in the fall, Babs and I took you on a tour there. We took you down to Deer Island Point to show you the whirlpool, the Old Sow, which is the largest whirlpool in the Western Hemisphere. And this time of year, we might be able to see a better whirlpool activity. It just depends on how the tides are running. But nope, I'm going down here, and then we're going to go up into a little village called Leonardville. And just like I said, it's just another little village. But compared to where I live in Fairhaven, I call it the big city, because the houses are closer together than Fairhaven. And I'll have to take you through a ride through Fairhaven one of these days. And an odd thing about Fairhaven is that it's the hottest spot on the island in the summertime. I mean, there can be a difference of 10 degrees between Fairhaven and Down Island. That's a big difference, but it's the hottest spot on the island. One of the hottest spots, if not the hottest spot on the island in the summertime. So that's our little claim to fame. And you can be driving along through a rainstorm, and all of a sudden, it's like a line across the road, a wall, and it's sunshine on the other side. We have some of the strangest weather here. But, alright, I'm going to shut off for now, and I will continue this when I'm done. We'll take a little ride around the island when I finish my last client. Alright, I'm going to take a little stroll down here through Leonardville, because I got to come back up and get some things for my client from the church here. He does all the music. This is Leonardville. This is another little village, and another Leonardville wharf. If you look out there, you can see they built that whole breakaway there, causeway, this past summer to help with the tide there, because of the wharf here, and the guys have all their lobster cages and stuff in. And there's some more lobster boats. Look off there, lobster boats right there. Oh, hold on here, I'll just unplug. And if you look there, you can see the lobster traps. They're all bringing their traps up. Each lobster fisherman has a unique paint scheme to their buoys, so they know that there are traps. And over there, oh, it's hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom in some. There we go. There's some of the lobster boats right there. And here's just another view. I'm just going down a little ways here. You can't get down past there. Of course, I'm not going to drive across that causeway. But right there's another view, another inlet. And here, I don't know if I can back up enough so you can see it. No, it's not going to show in the picture. There's a lobster pond back there, but I'm backing up the road here now. I mean, this is a private drive. I just went down. The people here are pretty good about it. Driving down their driveway just to look around. And yes, I'm in reverse, but driving transport or tractor trailer for 30 years, you learn to live your life in reverse. So learn to use your mirrors, which like I said, I drove transport for 30 years. And I am proud to say I had a spotless safety record. Had no chargeable accidents. So here we are, back up on the road. And I'll go up here to Leonardville Church, get the stuff for my client, and then after him, I am done and off tomorrow. Woohoo! Then I work Monday through Friday, and I'm off next Saturday. Woohoo! So I will be with you again shortly. All right, I am done for the day, and I am off tomorrow. So I hope you enjoyed. I mean, we'll have a little bit more of a ride on the way over to Fairhaven, where I live, and to go home. But I am, look at that. Oh, I hate that ding, 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 ding. And hopefully we won't get too much snow tomorrow, because I got to work all the week next week, Monday through Friday. I'm not off until Saturday. But I have I think one day in there I'm only working 3 or 4 hours, so that won't be too bad. I get some stuff done, maybe another video. A video with whips and foes. Because I think I should have the sweater done that I've been working on. I'm doing the band right now on it. And then I got to sew the body together and then sew the band on and block it, and it will be done. In fact, I think I'm going to block it before I put the band on, because that's what the pattern says to do. I think Mary is also going to do the sweater. She really liked it, and I'm trying to push her out of her comfort zone. That's me, pushing people out of their comfort zone. I push myself out of my comfort zone all the time. That's the only way I think you grow. So, I mean, when I taught myself to knit in 1979, that's when I graduated high school and went to college, went to nursing school, and that's when I taught myself to knit. I did it from a book. Didn't know how to cast on right, didn't know how to bind off, but I could knit purl. That's about all I taught myself how to do, was knit purl. And of course I learned to crochet when I was a kid, but I didn't crochet again after that until, heavens, probably would have been somewhere in the 90s that I did some crocheting. But then I really got back in, like I said, the last couple of years is when I really got back into my knitting and crocheting, and I'm full steam ahead. I love it. It's my happy place. If I can't knit and crochet every day, I get ugly. And I know Granny says, don't be ugly. I'm just not ugly to people. I'm just ugly. I'm in a crappy mood. So I try to knit and crochet every day, even if it's only for an hour. So I'm going to turn you around, and you can see the ride back to Fairhaven. Okay, well, I stopped this video is going to be, I'm going to have to piece it together. But I am now going back to Fairhaven, which is where I live. And I've lived since I came to the island. Our old house, the old schoolhouse, one-room schoolhouse, is just a little ways up, and you'll see how close it is when I go by it. And as you can see, crows in the road. They're like pigeons up here, seagulls. This up here, off to our left. Well, you can't see it. It's the old ambulance bay, and then of course we showed you the new one they built when Barb was with me. We had done that, and there's one of our school buses. And we have 2 school buses on the island. One picks up the high school kids and goes to the mainland with them, and then the other one picks up the kids for our community school. Takes them to community school. And there's the other school bus, right there. Cattails. Now I've been told the cattails are good eating. They have no idea how to cook them or, what they're talking about, but that's what I've been told. So, I know my content hasn't been a lot in knitting and crocheting lately, but it's trying to get the time at the house to be able to video. The craft room is coming along. I mean, I could probably show you what it looks like now, because it's not too bright in there, because it gets so bright, the glare on the camera or my phone, either way, whether it's the camcorder or my camera or my phone, it's just we get beautiful sunlight through there. We come up around here. This house, we're coming up to on the right here, was always known as the hippie house. Back in the 60s, it was a commune. Right? That house right there. That was always known as the hippie house. And they lived commune style, very much the flower child. And then there was some unfortunate event that happened, and they left. So, the fellow from the mainland bought it. He lives there now. He's done a lot of work to it. Excuse me. I'll be glad when this cold's gone. And then I won't be coughing so much. But this time of year, and the way this crazy weather's been, it's just been nuts. And I haven't seen Barb. She left yesterday, went to the mainland to go play cards with some friends. So tonight's my card night. I play cards on Saturday nights. It's like one night a week that we get out of the house, and other than work, and just, kick back. And a lot of times I'll take some knitting or crocheting with me, which messes with the guys I play cards with. They'll say, I can't believe somebody that's knitting is beating me. It's going to put me into therapy. And Joe, one of the guys, but he's funny. And I just told him, I said, I can teach you how to knit. Come out one time, and he's using one of my double-pointed needles to pick up pieces of watermelon. He says, I thought it was a picker. No, it's my knitting needle. They just love to pick on me. But that's all right. It's all in fun. Now we're coming around the corner here, and to the right is the schoolhouse, which is where we used to live. And we sold a few weeks ago. Well, about a month ago now. And it's the original one-room schoolhouse. If you look right there, that's it with the green roof. And that's where I used to live. And then we're going to go down here. So you see, we're not going to be driving that long. We're going to come around this corner, and then the store, which we closed, but we use it for storage now, is right here on the corner here with the Christmas tree lights on. And that's the store right there. And then just past there, see, it's not that far. Past this house here is our driveway. And this is our new house. And you'll see some footage that I have taken from the snowstorm and sunsets. Oh God, the sunsets and sunrises are absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to take a run down here and turn around at the clinic. And by the way, our fire hall's down here too. And our fire department is all volunteer. My husband's one of them. He's a volunteer firefighter. And that's where I'm going to go, right down here. And this is Fairhaven, and Fairhaven ends just down here. But right down here, where I'm going to turn in to turn around, is our health center and our fire hall. So here to the right there is Deer Island Fire Department, and then coming around here is our clinic, and that's our clinic. So that's all for today, and I hope to be back on tomorrow because I'm off. Maybe I can do a video from my craft room, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed our little tour around the island, and I will talk to you soon. So I'm signing off now to all my Yarny Yaya sisters and brothers, and we'll catch you later from Deer Island, New Brunswick. Ta-ta.